every human being is a creation of cosmic consciousness, the universal consciousness, the unified field consciousness. These different words, the cosmic consciousness, the universal consciousness, and modern scientists, especially physicists, they speak a great deal about unified field consciousness, which is a very beautiful word, very cute word. In unified field consciousness, we all are one. But as an individual consciousness, we are separate human beings, individuals. But remember, individual means indivisible, undivided, total, complete, one. So every individual is a complete being. As the same way, the cosmic consciousness has a cosmic being. So there is a dot here, which is cosmic being. And this cosmic being is manifested outwardly, which is the whole process of becoming. So being is motionless. Being is stable. Being is eternal. Being is changeless. So being is eternal, changeless existence. Your body is changing. Your thoughts are changing. Your feelings and emotions are changing. Even your biological changes are there. But awareness, which is pure consciousness, is witnessing all these changes. That pure consciousness is being. And being is becoming. There is no becoming without being. Please understand these things. Becoming is manifestation. Becoming is change. Becoming is movement. So, being is constantly becoming, and in that process of becoming, it manifested in different stages. So, first stage of becoming is me. The sense of me, ahamkar, ego. Aham means me. The sense of me, which is center in your consciousness. Please understand these things. There is always a center in your consciousness from where you operate, you think. That center is the observer. That center is the listener. That center is the sensor who chooses, who has a choice. You say, it is my choice, and that is your choice. You follow? So that me, which is a first manifestation of the being. Now that being, that me, has its own subtle consciousness, which is called chitta, C-H-I-T-T-A. Chitta means individual consciousness. Individual consciousness has limitation, has a definite border, has a definite frontier, because consciousness is its own content. So, the content of consciousness is consciousness. As container and content are the same. If you take a clay pot, clay is the contain, and clay pot is a container. There is no clay pot without clay. So, the relationship of the clay and the clay pot is container and content. In the same way, Chittam, which is your consciousness, has its content. And that content limits your consciousness. So in meditation, when you empty your consciousness of its content, then it loses its border. It loses its limitation. And it becomes vast. It becomes immeasurable. It becomes one with the unified field. That is the secret of meditation. But we will discuss that later. So, the first manifestation of me, being is me. The second is Chitta, which is individual consciousness. Then third manifestation is Smriti. S-M-R-U-T-I. Smriti means memory. We all need memory. Without memory, I will not find a way to my home. Memory is necessary for personality. In a car accident, when person receives a trauma to the certain parts of the brain, especially parietal eminence, person loses his memory, his personality changes. So, memory is absolutely necessary for normal functions, which is the third manifestation of being. Memory is Smriti, which is a continuance of remembrance. Even if I call you at midnight and if I say, hey, what is your name? And suddenly you tell your name. If you forget your name, something is wrong. You follow? So, the faculty of mind, which is doing a function of continuance of remembrance, that is Smriti, which is a third manifestation of being. Then comes Buddhi. You know word Buddha? Buddha, Bodha means knowledge, experience. Buddhi is the faculty of mind which does reasoning. Reasoning. If I say this is a beautiful flower, your Buddhi will never accept it. You will reason out, no, this doesn't look like a flower. But Buddhi needs Smriti, memory. Because without memory, Buddhi cannot take its decision. The faculty of decision making capacity of individuality is Buddhi. Buddhi samam pashyate. Buddhi sees the things exactly as they are. That's the beauty of Buddhi. Next is mind, that is Manas. Mind, which is Manas. Mind is a very powerful instrument of experience. Because when your eyes are looking at an object, then there is an optical sensation. There is an optical nerve which carries that optical sensation to the occipital cortex, where within the gray matter of the brain cell, optical cortex, there is a capacity of optical perception. But for that optical perception, there is an absolute need of a mind. Because mind touches that image and mind carries that image to the faculty of the brain where optical perception takes place. Interpretation of optical perception is done with the help of mind. If your mind are totally one with the ear, you are listening to a music and your eyes are open, and even elephant may pass in front of you, and someone will ask, hey, have you seen an elephant? You will say, no, I was one with the music. You will not see even there is a big beautiful elephant walking in front of you if your eyes are not one with the eyes, with your eyes are not one with the mind, or when your mind is not there within the optical faculties. That's why mind governs senses. So naturally next step is senses, which is called indriya in Sanskrit. Indriya. I-N-D-R-I-Y-A. Indriya means senses. So, eyes, optical sense, ears, auditory senses, nose, olfactory senses, skin, tactile senses. The tactile sense of touch, pain, temperature are perceived through the skin. Auditory sensation perceive sound. Optical perception or senses perceive sight, the presence and absence of light. Olfactory senses perceive smell, and taste sensation perceive different taste. So indriya, the senses, are further manifestation, and then physical body. So it's very interesting thing to observe that how being is manifested So you will see that how cosmic consciousness, right from being, is manifested into physical body. This is just bird's eye view.